Hi and welcome to the playthrough and explanation video of the Ibanez 8-string/9-string guitar song. I understand that not everybody owns an 8-string guitar, let alone a 9-string guitar. All these riffs and ideas are played in a drop tuning, so basically everything I play here is suitable for any guitar. The important thing is played in a drop tuning. For example, here I'm playing the same thing on a dropped A-tuned 7-string. And you could even play these ideas on a regular drop D 6-string guitar. Or if you own an 8-string guitar, actually play it in drop E. In any case, I just hope that you can take something out of these ideas and create something for your own music. Get inspired a little bit. We are in the key of E Phrygian dominant. E is our root note, as it is also the lowest note here on our 8-string guitar. And the formula for the Phrygian dominant scale goes as follows. We have a root note, the 1, which is our E, or here, or let's take the higher E string, the regular 6th string on your standard tuning, the 1. Then we have a flat 2, a major 3rd, a natural 4th, a natural 5th, a flat 6, flat 7, and we are at our 1 again. Or on the lowest string, the interesting part about the drop tuning now is that I can easily create big intervallic distances by playing the exact same notes but on 2 different E strings. For example, the main riff is actually developed by only 3 notes, which is the root note, the flat 2 and the major 3rd. But instead of playing them all next to each other, I split them up into 3 different octaves. The first, the root note, I play as my open E string. The flat 2, I play 1 octave higher on 13th fret. And the major 3rd, I played even 1 octave higher on the higher E string. And like that, I have this huge intervallic distance, which is very ear catchy. And this is how I wrote the whole song and all the riffs. So, the structure of these riffs is actually that most of the time I play 1 single note on the higher E string and a lot of notes on the low E string. Like right at the beginning. The fundamental technical problem that we are facing within this sequence are the constant string transitions from the higher to the lower E string. Therefore, we have to be aware of our pick slanting motions, which will enable us to have clean string transitions even though we are skipping a string in between. If you don't know what pick slanting means, I have uploaded a lesson on pick slanting on my Patreon. So maybe stop the video right here, watch the lesson and then come back later. For all the others, let's continue. 3 out of 4 times the string transition within this sequence starts on the lowest E string with an upstroke. Therefore we need a downward pick slant, so rotate our forearm downward so that we have a natural string escape motion with the upstroke and get out and away from the strings. Like that we can now play the downstroke on the higher E string without touching anything in between. And with this upstroke we need to achieve the opposite pick slant motion, the upward pick slant, so that we get our natural string escape motion with the downstroke and transition right back to the low E string. So this string transition from the low to the high E string and back technically will look like this: downward pick slant, upward pick slant, downward pick slant, down, up, down, down, up, down, all together in the sequence. Again. Only the second string transition actually starts with a downstroke on the low E string. So the pick slant angles are actually reversed. So we would start with an upward pick slant on the downstroke on the low E string, and have a upstroke with a downward pick slant on the higher E string to transition right back to the low E string. So the whole sequence, the whole riff would look like that in your right hand. You see, the string change technically always is being done with the angle changes by rotating the forearm. So or the other way around. So these angle changes by rotating your forearm are basically the crucial technical element to play this riff. So the next section of the riff starts with a galloping kind of Meshuggah bleed lick. The important thing here is actually to continue alternate picking at all times. Don't do double downstrokes, like it's too fast for that. So alternate picking all the time. Then I play this little intervallic lick. You can play this alternate picking. What I do here is actually I sweep the descending notes. It's not necessary at all to play it that way. You can also just use alternate picking. Another very interesting pattern I play at the end of this lick, I actually here have the shape of an octave and play the open A string with it. And because of the speed, I actually don't use my pick at all times, but I use my fingers, the middle and the ring finger, and basically this is hybrid picking here. Again. To have a fast string transition and to play very accurate. So in the second section of this riff, again we start to play a lot of single notes on the higher E string and actually always start with a downstroke here. So again, it's very important to have your upward pick slant to get your string escape motion like that. So altogether, the whole second section looks like this for your right hand. So now we are getting to the last section of the song that is actually being played on the 9-string guitar. Unfortunately, I don't have it anymore, but it does not matter what guitar you play it on. It's about the musical idea, not about the very low tuning. So let's go. So, as you could see, the last section pretty much only contains of playing scale notes on the lowest E string. Just at the very end we actually have again this string skipping part where we play Now on the 8-string guitar the section looks a little different because the string skipped part is being played on the same fret. On the 9-string guitar I was in a standard tuning, so the same notes looked like this. That's all the difference. Now for this last part, take a look at the right hand again. What are we doing technically here? As I said before, 9% of this part is just being played on the low E string, so really just alternate picking. So we don't have to think so much about our right hand right here. Just the very end part where we have this string skipping portion again. We again have to be aware of our pick slanting angle, and as we are playing this single note on the E string with a downstroke, again we have to use our upward pick slant to get our string escape motion with the downstroke for the clean string transition. So it looks like this. Again. So, have fun with these ideas and see you in the next video.